Wise up, you chumps, wise up. Wise up, you chumps, wise up. They don't need us anymore. Feeding us just a chore. Wise up, you chumps, wise up. I'm Doug Taylor, and I'm your Democratic Party Precinct Committee officer in Squim in Precinct 402. And this is my report. As anybody listening knows, we are already in a vital midterm election cycle, looking forward to what we all hope will be a watershed presidential year in 2028. This is no time for gold bricking. Now is the time for all good Dems to come take control of our party. First up, deadline to file if you want to stand for a PCO office is coming in the very merry month of May, from the 4th to the 8th to be precise. That's the 4th to the 8th of May. I'll have more to say later on that. PCO elections, as needed, will be held on primary day. Now that'll be August 4th. Will we have any primary activity on our side of the ballot? I don't know now, but when I know, I'll make sure you know what's up. That's my job. In June, when bluebirds sing, the Democratic Party of Washington will hold our state convention in Spokane. Delegates have been elected by the party and will be in Spokane from June 19th to 23rd. That's where the party bylaws get changed. Our platform gets written, and our strategies get laid out for this election and into that presidential year and the National Democratic Convention. These are decisions that define our party. I've been keeping abreast of developments locally, and I have good contacts among our delegates, and I know how to lobby them for you. That's my job. Do you want to see bylaws that discourage big money dependency? Do you want to see solid legislative proposals behind our platforms? What bothers you? What do you want to see changed? I want to know. That's my job. Talk to me. Get a hold of me. I can help you get your voice heard. If you let me hear your voice, that's my job. I'm Doug Taylor. I'm your incumbent candidate for Precinct Committee Officer for the Democratic Party in Squim, Precinct 402. This is my platform. My party. A new wave of reform is sweeping across the Democratic Party. It is bubbling up from the grassroots and bringing a class of Democratic candidates committed to shaking off the influence of the money pit in our elections and governance and the dominance of the professional political class in our party. I can bear witness that now is the time for all good Dems to come take control of our party. Witness the young generation of Democratic candidates, a generation not beholden to big money contributors, but running winning campaigns around the country on the support of the voters alone. Like our own Emily Randall, these candidates aren't waiting for laws to change, they're just refusing to come to the trough. As a Democrat and as your precinct officer, I support her and them. Witness the rise of Ruby, the Rural Urban Bridge Initiative in our party. Once again, young Democrats are rising above the sterile pseudosciences of the highly profitable yet useless consulting industry. Instead of manipulative advertising, Ruby teaches us to listen first, acknowledge what we hear, and engage our constituents in honest, simple conversation. No clever talking points, no experts pointing at demographics and algorithms, just people talking to people. No need to pay fancy consultancy fees for that. Just bring yourself to the table. Witness the National Democratic Training Committee, providing full service training for activists and candidates, including even one to one time with their young, experienced, and enthusiastic instructors. No need for high priced consultants and insider professional advisors. New era Democrats have a place to go to learn how to get into the ring and how to win. Now is the time for all good Dems to come take control of our party. My intention: I stand for renewal and reform of the office of PCO as the representative office within our party. The democratic purpose of this sole partisan elective office is to represent our neighbors, our constituents, in partisan matters, intra-party issues. All too often, this vital democratic link in the party of the people has been diminished, reduced to mere spokespersons for the party and cheerleaders for leadership, however deep in the woods they lead us. This office was not reformed into a publicly elected office in 1907, over a century and a quarter ago, to be merely a party operative, a functionary. And that is not how I intend to serve my precinct as your representative precinct committee officer. The purpose of this office is to empower Democratic grassroots voters with the knowledge, guidance, and assistance they need to impact our party, the party of the people, from within. My invitation: I challenge my fellow officers, volunteers on precinct committees, and potential candidates for this vital democratic office to view constituent services and empowerment of voters in partisan matters as our fundamental duty. We earn the votes for our candidates by representing our constituents effectively in the party of the people. Your precinct committee officer, bringing democracy back to your Democratic Party. Hey guys, here's what I'd call a PCO blast. I have 3 suggestions to offer today. First, what do you say we instruct our office manager to schedule PCO constituent services time when the office is open in the back room, where we can be available to work with the public and use the time to call into our precincts, communicate with each other, pursue our work. Here's another. What do you say we arrange to meet on Zoom occasionally to avoid that extra travel time? I'd be happy to host in my Zoom room, and I would take the effort to coordinate our times so we all, show up at my door at the same time. You can link in and we can meet that way. Saves time. Saves gas money. And here's my third thought. What do you say you join me on this show? Here's all you gotta do. Record yourself saying something you'd like people to hear. Send me the recording. I'll master it nicely, take out background hiss and noise, post it here in the PCO blast on our PCO report on YouTube. Well, that's the idea I have. Well, that about wraps it up for today. Now, I'm Douglas Taylor. I'm PCO for the Democratic Party in Precinct 402 in Sequim, Washington. Here's my contact information. You can reach me at my email at papadoug05@gmail.com. Your precinct officer. We bring the party of the people back to the people. Thanks for listening.